Hello guys, it is your host Morten, and it's time for another hobby vlog. Yes, I know, I haven't filmed, I think I've missed 2 weeks of hobby vlogs, and I've simply, I haven't had enough time because of studies and because I've had some examinations and stuff for school. So therefore, I haven't been to paint that much, which meant I had, well, literally I haven't painted until yesterday actually, which meant I had an almost finished troll for 2 weeks, and now I've finally gone and done the last touches and done his base, so he's done now. So how about we just take a look at William slash Bill the troll, and we'll see what you think. And here we have William slash Bill. This is also my first time filming a hobby vlog on this GoPro camera, so hopefully it'll look alright. I filmed one other video on this camera the other day, if you saw my unboxing of the Marvel characters for the Marvel Universe miniatures game. But anyway, here we have Bert, and he is the last of my 3 trolls. He's the leader of the trolls, and obviously the technique for painting him was the exact same as the other ones. Well, this guy doesn't have any teeth, funnily enough, so I didn't have to do that part. But he's much bigger than the others. Like his limbs are thicker, his body is thicker. He's huge. Obviously, it's the same size base. And as you may also notice, this piece of wood that I put here, that is actually cannibalized from an old model that I once had. That at some point during a move, the rest of the model disappeared. So this is the arm of Treebeard, and I don't have the rest of Treebeard. So I figured, I need to use that arm for something, so I have cannibalized it and turned it into a fallen tree trunk. So that is what that is. I'm going to pick up the model now and see if we can get him in the light. Oh, loose leaves that I hadn't properly gotten out yet. Well, there you go. I'll clean that up right in a minute. But yeah, wow, okay, that was... Well, that suddenly reduced the amount of leaves on his base, which is good. There was a bit too much of that. So yeah, here you have him. See how close we can get up. I have no idea what the focus is now, because on these GoPros you can't see what you're filming at the same time, so let's just hope. So is there still quality here up close? We'll find out. So anyway, I'll zoom out to a safer distance, and I'm very happy with how he turned out. I obviously saved him for the end because I figured he's the leader, he's the big one, he should be the last one, and now he's finally done. And I'm very happy with how he turned out. So why don't we show him besides his allies? Just gonna scoop this stuff to the side. Oh, I can actually, there's no reason to throw that out. I'm just gonna save it, put it back in the little box. So here we have Bert joining, and here we have Tom. So here we have the 3 trolls. I have no idea how much I need to zoom out. So now let's just go with 3 of them. And with that, that also means that I could actually potentially do the roasted mutton scenario, except there's actually one thing I need to paint. Still haven't painted the campfire. I think they'll come sometime soon, but that's not the next thing I want to start on, because actually I don't know what the next thing was done. I have a, see over here, a list of things that I need to get done, and I don't know which order I'll get them done. Over here we have some commission Easterlings that I am painting for a friend. That might be the next thing, maybe. I have Jasnek, which still needs to be painted. I have some dwarves and some heroes, some dwarf heroes, and some of the Marvel miniatures. But yeah, these are my trolls. I'll now come back and show you one other thing even. Avengers Assembled, indeed. So if you watched my unboxing of these Avengers miniatures from Night Models, you'll now see that I've assembled them, which obviously calls for a good pun. And they're great models, especially now that I have them all collected. My favorite, in case you didn't know me, my favorite Avenger and superhero of all time is Captain America, so I'm very excited to paint him. It's going to be very interesting in general to paint these models, because scale-wise they're quite a lot bigger than the Hobbit scale. These are 35mm, so if you see next to Isildur, for example, Yeah, this also, the thing is a pretty tall man, but Captain America towers over him, and so does Black Widow, and the rest, obviously, Thor especially. Um, so these miniatures, they came with bases that was pre-textured, but to diversify them a bit, I added a little bit of texture paint and green stuff to fill them out and diversify them a little bit, and added some, this guy on Thor, for example, I added some little plastic pieces from the sprues that I had from some Hobbit miniatures to like stick out, and I'm gonna paint it all as broken concrete. That's the idea. And from here also you can see there's a little metal piece which I added from some sprue. I don't remember where it was from. It was just some excess I had, and I did the same thing with Iron Man right here. Yeah, and both with let's see, with both Captain America and Thor, I added some a couple of rocks. You see, I added a rock here and a rock here. And I added it on the back of Thor right there. You know, just to make them look a little bit distinct from each other. And the idea is just I'm gonna have it be like a leveled city, because you know when superheroes fight, there's collateral damage these days anyway. So that's the idea. So I've assembled these, and I think I'll be painting them sometime soon. The interesting thing about painting these will be the contrasts to make the comic book look will have to be much more stark than it is the way I paint my Hobbit miniatures, where I try to, you know, let the colors flow into each other more. Where these, I will need to try and do a more stark contrast, which will be interesting for me, and especially on metallics, because I hear that when it comes to a lot of metallic things on comic book things, you want them to have that comic book feel. And the metal paints don't really give that, and what a lot of people do is they paint it in non-metallic paints but make it look like metal, which I've never tried doing before, so I might try and do that. I think maybe with Thor I could get away with doing different kind of metallic paints, but yeah, it's daunting actually, because it's such a different style, but I'm excited to get going with it. I don't know which one I'll paint first, or if that's even my next project, though I definitely want to get some paint on them very soon. And that's why they are in my, what I call my short list, as you saw before, of projects. That's why they're not all the projects I have. This is just the short list, and it doesn't feel short to me personally, because I'm so busy these days. But it's Easter right now, so I have a little more extra time for painting. So anyway, these are my Avengers, and they are indeed assembled, as the captain would say. So yeah, thank you for watching. Please comment, like, share, and subscribe, and tell me what you want me to paint. I can't promise that I'll listen to you, but you know, support your hobby, and even your Marvel hobby if you're getting into that. Are any of you getting into the Marvel miniatures game? Comment below, I want to know. Yeah, happy strategy battle gaming.